I think so this time, Gary.
Okay, right, we got you now. We've got the problem sorted. Okay.
Okay. Tony, yeah, good chat tonight. Nice to hear from you. Some interesting stuff there. I noticed earlier on somebody asked you what you thought the agenda was for the powers that be, and you said it's to enslave mankind. I have noticed that it seems that we have been pretty much enslaved for a damn long time. But just going on, I just wanted to ask: are you a Christian?
I'm actually a Hindu. You could call me a borderline Hindu, actually, now that you've asked. That's a very, am I a Christian? I nearly became a born-again Christian many years ago. I nearly became a born-again Christian.
It just some of the things that you said led me to believe that you
no, I'm not.
Maybe no. These considerations. Yeah, okay. I was going to say that I listened to Jordan Maxwell a while ago, and he came on the show with very interesting talk. But at the end, a lot of us left with a very sort of down-in-the-mouth feeling, because he gave us no sense of hope. In his mind, 50 years of research showed to him that was it. We were doomed. The completion. And what I wanted to ask is, could we end up finishing off with a pretty positive note? Because I don't believe for 1 minute there is no hope. I think the problem is that we're off in two different directions. We're focused all over the place. But I just wanted to ask if you could just help us and finish off on a positive note with what
Yes. How much time have we got? Does this show finish at 11 then?
We can extend it just beyond 11. It's no problem.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, indeed. So the thing is with it, we're going into complex areas of kind of in the areas of remote viewing and in the areas of remote influencing and what the military, when they studied the psychic espionage programs and all that kind of thing. And the thing is with it is that the future is not fixed, and that the future can be influenced. This game plan is not written in stone. It's a very good point you raised, Nigel, and perhaps sometimes you get bogged down in the drama, and in doing so you empower this negativity, which is something that is not good. I agree with that. It's a very perceptive point that you've raised. I believe that the future is not solid. And I do believe that humanity will be running along a very long timeline because it's awakening. They can't stop it. They just cannot stop this awakening. If you look at the work of one of the remote viewers, I use this on a positive note, Joseph McMoneagle. He's got a book out and he was one of the best remote viewers in the U.S. military. And he's got a timeline of events that run to about the year 4000. I think Nostradamus, although there's some argument as to whether it was Nostradamus or a priest in Belgium who did the predictions, he's running a timeline to the point in his predictions where mankind lives in peace and harmony. So it's about humanity learning, and it's about the human race growing probably from being the Vikings that were pillaging to probably a completely conscious and harmonious civilization. And I do think, Nigel, I think you raise a very valid point that it's important to note that, because as you say, talking about this fuels it, and it's very important to get a balance. I think you've raised a very good point there, Nigel.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. I do think it's important that we do start to consolidate our understanding.
Yes.
And start trying to wheedle out the deliberate and intentional infiltrations from all sorts of areas. Almost every area that we look at has been infiltrated in some way with negativity. Yeah. And we have to try and see through that and recognise our commonality.
Yeah,
and I think
absolutely. Which is what it's all about. I notice you're Scottish sovereign here and you're the freeman kind of, which is what it's all about, isn't it? It's about that, isn't it? I would be correct in saying.
You're asking me, sorry?
Yes, I was recognising commonality and recognising the individual in their own right and all that kind of thing, yeah?
I'm a Yorkshire sovereign, but
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, of course, and I think it's good that we're all here from different parts of the country, even different parts of the world, having a good old chat here and trying to make sense of this all, and it's great that we can come together, some brilliant guys and gals on this program.
The founder, Nigel, of America's remote viewing project Stargate, Ingo Swann, said that the thing with all this is you have to separate the signal from noise. And that's what I think humanity's doing. They are separating signal from noise. And I think it's very important that we do leave on an uplifted note, that things are on the right track to improvement, most definitely.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. That's good. Yeah, Ingo Swan, I have a lot of time for his work. So, well, that's all I had to ask, Tony. Thanks for that. That's great. I'll end the call now if you wish, Gary. Let someone else come on.
Well, thanks very much, Nigel, for calling in.
No problem. Good to speak to you all.
All right, mate. Cheers now. Andy's off. Okay, we've got a couple of questions.